Iran hit the US with cyber attacks? Is this something that you need to be prepared for? Historically, cyber attacks have been Tehran's go-to method of warfare, given that there's a lot of advantages, especially when your missiles can't reach US homeland. Unlike missiles, cyber attacks are a lot cheaper. They're deniable. It doesn't necessarily require like a traditional military response. And Iran does have a history of attacking with modern warfare in cyber attacks rather than a boots on the ground kind of attack with the US. Disrupting critical systems and infrastructure is an act of modern warfare. That can hit a lot harder than a typical missile or boots on the ground kind of attack. While Iran has targeted infrastructure previously, that doesn't necessarily mean mass blackouts. Large-scale destructive attacks on US infrastructure just haven't happened. There is no history of that. Likelihood of a nationwide grid down or water attack from Iran is really slim chances of that happening. Far more likely to be much smaller targeted attacks that are more inconvenient than destructive. And they're usually reversed fairly quickly. There isn't a switch that they're going to flip and the whole US is going to go dark overnight. Realistically, if you're preparing for cyber warfare, in this case, specifically with Iran, there are more practical things that you can do. And then there's some things that I think that you should do just out of good prepping practice, and I'll share those with you as well. You need to have really strong, unique passwords. Usually those random letters and numbers are the best type. To be really informed and careful, especially older people, about phishing scams. Stop clicking on things in your email unless you know who they're from and you were expecting to receive it. I know it's a total pain in the ass, but activate the multi-factor authentication added layer of protection. Yes, it's a pain, but it is one more step that you can take to prevent yourself from being a victim of a cyber attack. As a photographer, this one is kind of personal to me, but make sure that your files are backed up, especially your photographs. If you have your photos stored on your phone and they're not in a cloud and they're not on a drive, you should have all of the important stuff, especially your photographs for me, backed up to at least 3 different storage. So think, and don't count your phone or your computer as one of those forms of storage. Like 2 versions of a cloud and an SD card or a flash drive. Minimum, an external hard drive. Make sure that those things are backed up and you don't just have it on your phone. Make sure that you keep your phone and your computer and everything updated. Now, as far as basic prepping to shield yourself against localized infrastructure cyber attacks by Iran, basics here, and you can go to other videos on my page to get more in depth. But yes, you should have a few days of drinking water available, maybe some wipes so that you don't have to shower, some power banks, a way to cook if you don't have electricity. Those are just basic practical prepping you should always be doing. Be very careful with your banking app and your banking website, and if you have any doubts, get on the phone and call your bank. If your bank calls you, hang up. Call them back. Don't call the number that they called you from. Dial the number in. I just had to do this the other day. I just wanted to make sure. I thought my account got hacked. It didn't. I'm just an idiot, but I would rather be safe than sorry. So if anybody's out there trying to scare you into like a flip the switch kind of fear mongering post, I don't even think that they're capable of that. I don't even know if that's possible, really. Our grid is divided up and you would have to attack locally. You'd have to attack individually a ton of different local infrastructures simultaneously, all at once, in order for something like that to happen. Deep breaths, basic preparedness, which you can find on my profile, and stay informed and be smart. Check on your neighbors, your friends, and your family, especially if they're vulnerable to phishing attacks, and keep up on the news, but don't drive yourself crazy. We're gonna be okay.